Hello, Leo. Welcome in or welcome back to Go with the Flow Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the month of March. I'm going to try to pull 3 cards, one for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end, after which I will clarify, and then I will close out with an oracle card for you. One more card, please. Thank you. Okay, so some changes going on here, Leo, from what I've seen in the pre-shuffle anyway. We'll see if I'm right when we start clarifying, but looks like in the beginning of the month, you're a little too in your head about something, maybe feeling like you're stuck in a never-ending nightmare with the 9 of Swords coming out. Not the best energy to be in, but we'll get you through it, Leo. Looks like you might be making a decision regarding that nightmare, or this could be a totally different timeline. We'll find out when we clarify, but towards the middle of the month, you could be finding yourself really busy and just needing to put on one hat, or you're just straight up going to have a choice to make, which I'm more inclined to believe it's the latter because of what I've saw in the pre-shuffle, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I think you made the right choice, the so-called right choice with that 2 of Pentacles, because you do have the Queen of Wands for the end of the month. So this is going to be you feeling very confident, very self-assured, all too happy to learn on the fly, positively focusing on the future, not caring what other people think. It is Aries energy, but it's fire energy. That's still you, Leo. So let's get into it. Let's see where we're going. For the month of March, the beginning of March, starting off with that 9 of Swords for the Leo collective, please. What would you like to tell me about that 9 of Swords? Thank you ever so much. Well, yeah, you might want to practice some self-care and gather as much information as you can while you evict El Diablo from your life, my dear. That never-ending nightmare is being clarified by El Diablo himself. So that is pretty cut and dry. Some toxic energy you're packing around, or at least toxic thoughts. So can I get some advice then, please, for the 9 of Swords and El Diablo for the beginning of March for the Leo collective? Advice, please. Thank you. Well, yeah, you're going to have to walk away from someone or something, my dear. Gather as much information as you can in the process, but as I suspected, you are being guided to make a decision. And the 9 of Swords and El Diablo are being clarified by yet another 2 of Pentacles. So I think maybe what's going on here is you're finally just going to reach that point of having enough of whatever this is for you. If this is a person, a situation, I don't know who I'm reading for. Take it how it resonates, but you are going to probably end up walking away from whatever it is with the 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'll try and pull one more. Any more advice on that 9 of Swords, El Diablo, and 2 of Pentacles in the beginning of March for the Leo collective? Any more advice on that, Spirit, or do you want to move into the middle of the month? I think maybe the beginning of the month might just be about processing that energy and finding out where it's coming from, possibly coming from your boss or a Taurus or someone with Earth heavily in their chart, or just someone who's building and leaving a legacy with a skill they've had for some time. Now, with this being coming out as advice, though, I would say this is more asking you to embody this energy, this King of Pentacles energy. And if you can bring yourself to do that, Spirit's going to step in and give you a little gift. And if you can't bring yourself to do that, Spirit's going to step in and bring you a little kick in the caboose to help you get there. So, okay, that's not too bad. So this 2 of Pentacles, I presume, is going to be the same. But I'm just going to say the Two of Pentacles in the middle of the month for the Leo collective, please. Thank you. Well, we now have the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun on the split. You are really close to getting everything you want and desire. Focus is going to be your main priority towards the beginning/middle of the month. You might feel a little spoiled for choice, a little bit discombobulated with this Seven of Cups showing up. So do your absolute best, excuse me, to just focus on one thing. Put on one hat. Focus all your energy on what is most important right now for you, or in the middle of March anyway. And try not to be dissuaded by things that are trying to pull you off of your path. So can I get some advice, please, on the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups in the middle of March for the Leo collective? For their greatest good, their highest timeline, and their highest purpose, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups for the Leo collective in the middle of March. Advice, please. So I was briefly interrupted looking for advice on your Two of Pentacles and Seven of Cups. And when I came back to start this back up and come back into it, I noticed that the moon is at the bottom of the deck. And I did kind of catch that vibe. Like, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I say the moon often represents things trying to dissuade you off of your path. And that is, in fact, exactly what I said about the Seven of Cups, which I don't always say. In fact, I don't often say. So now that I've noticed that this is at the bottom of the deck, really keep your eyes peeled, Leo, for anything that is trying to get you away from your greatest good, highest timeline, and highest purpose. All right, so with that being said, may I please have some advice on the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups for the Leo collective? Thank you ever so much. So definitely some strategizing in order here to avoid that stuff. Spirit's asking you to take a voluntary time out with the Hermit. So that's retreating your energy away from everyone and everything to do an energetic check-in. See what you're vibrationally like in alignment with. And if it's not the star, which is the change you wish to be in the world, it's like what is really, really motivating you and driving you to do whatever it is you do in this world to make it a better place. And now, because I did see the Wheel of Fortune and I said, if you can't get yourself to this place, Spirit's going to give you a kick in the caboose. I think you're going to get the kick in the caboose because we also have the Page of Pentacles coming out. So I do believe that once you are able to do that energetic check-in and evacuate any energies that aren't serving your greatest good, whatever really genuinely inspires you, what really like lights your fire to just go out into the world and create or do whatever it is you do, you're going to get a message coming in that's going to help that decision become a little bit easier. Virgo energy with the Hermit, Capricorn energy with El Diablo. I strongly suspect you're rather going to enjoy that incoming message though, because we are going into the Queen of Wands now for the end of the month. And that is one of my favorite cards and one of my favorite energies. So is there anything else you care to share about the Queen of Wands at the end of March for the Leo collective? Yeah. So you strategize, you walk away from shallow energy, things that are presenting to be as something when in fact they are not, i.e. those 8 cups are really pretty, aren't they? The gold, shiny, beautiful cups, they're empty. They are not worth hardly anything. So once you can get yourself through all of this and letting go of whatever it is you need to let go of, you're going to see blessings. Now, Taurus energy showing up here could also be saying to like bring a little bit of structure to this, but I do not believe that is the case. I also did see the Two of Cups quite a few times during your pre-shuffle, and the Hierophant is blessing two people. So if you're dealing with somebody, it's looking pretty good for the end of the month for you guys. Anything else you'd care to share on the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant at the end of March for the Leo Collective? Thank you. So trusting your intuition during that strategizing, and then maybe possibly taking some initiative. You understand that, you know, you had to do that walking away of whatever that was, but you're not focused on that anymore. That's what this wand here represents, is your past, whatever it is you just let go of. You're going to be focusing on the future, looking to move forward and trying to rebuild anew. Sometimes this can say, though, that it's like time to actually take that step. No more retreating up the mountain into hermit mode. It's time to get back out in the world and take action. So let's see. Is there anything else on that Queen of Wands, Hierophant, and Two of Wands at the end of March for Leo? Anything else? More specifically on that Two of Wands. Thank you. Yeah. You might need to do like a smudge or some kind of cleansing ritual. Strategize your energy to move your energy onto calmer shores, to release what just happened in the past, because you are still packing around a little bit of that energy. And, you know, you're mourning the loss of something you don't really care that much about in the first place. He's crying over those spilled cups of wine, but he quit drinking wine. So what the what, you know? Okay, I think that all looks pretty good though, and it's all pretty straightforward. So with everything in front of me and all of that being said, have we any more advice from the tarot for the Leo Collective before I think maybe a star seed oracle for you? Anything else you care to share, Spirit? Anything at all for the Leo Collective for the month of March, for their greatest good, their highest timeline, and their highest purpose? Any final parting pieces of advice? Thank you ever so much. Yes, sweetheart. Well, guess what? We got a divine counterpart on the split alongside the Four of Wands. I felt like there could be some relationship vibes in this reading for sure. So, as I said, right, you've got the Queen of Wands at the end of the month. Now we have the Four of Wands, and which is the marriage card, and the King of Wands on the split. You have some healing to do. Excuse me. You have some healing to do. I already knew this. Spirit's just kind of reiterating the same thing with that Five of Cups. Clean up your energy. Remove the swords from your heart by practicing forgiveness. And how do you practice forgiveness? By practicing Two of the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Don't take anything personally, and don't make assumptions. People are always doing the best they can with the tools that they have. Incredibly rare are they actually out there trying to break your heart. They just didn't have the tools to come up to your standards or whatever it may be. So some forgiveness is certainly in order here, but you're going to pull it off, my dear, because you also have the World. So this is going to be a beautiful cycle completion once you can clean up your energies. So may I please have a starseed oracle for the Leo Collective to help them release the never-ending nightmare of El Diablo and clean up their energy, complete that cycle, and start receiving some blessings. For the Leo Collective, please. I don't know what you want to give Spirit advice while they're in hermit mode. Oh, we've got two here. Okay, I'm going to go with empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours, because we have that Five of Cups and that Three of Swords. I feel like that's going to be the most beneficial card for you, Leo. Empathetic star seed is on page 64, which adds up to 10, which is that cycle completion. So let's go, Leo. What did I say? 64. Empathetic star seeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here, thanks to their energetic charge their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathetic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to switch the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more. But perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you take better care of yourself energetically? Well, I'd certainly say by practicing forgiveness and also by not mourning the loss of something you didn't care that much about in the first place. I hope that was helpful. I thank you ever so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.